A local tragedy that became a national conversation. A devastating fire in Taiwan's south in September killed 10 people, including 4 firefighters. It brought attention to the dangerous conditions these workers face and spurred protests over Taiwan's labor laws, which prevent public employees like them from forming unions. Now, with January's presidential elections edging ever closer, labor groups want to know the candidates' positions on labor rights. A group of the country's biggest trade unions invited all 3 hopefuls to appear back-to-back on the same stage in Taipei to clarify their stances.
此次要求候选人回答的5个问题：退休要保障，并购要协商，劳权要完整，劳工要加薪，转型要公正。
First to take the stage was the Democratic Progressive Party's Lai Ching-te, Taiwan's current vice president. In the wake of the firefighters' protests, Lai was the only candidate that did not voice clear support for their efforts to unionize. This time, he was more direct.
我是支持现在行政院已经送到立法院审议的，更加的放宽公务人员可以筹组特种协会，而且也松绑，更进一步的松绑警消还有其他的公务人员可以筹组特种协会以外，也可以有更多团体协约权的权利。
The Kuomintang's Hou You-yi called attention to Taiwan's low wages. He said if he's elected, he'll raise the minimum wage to a little over $1,000 a month. He'd also offer more incentives for companies that raise worker salaries.
政府挺企业，企业挺员工。只要企业为员工加薪，政府就为企业减税。
Last was former Taipei Mayor Wen-je of the Taiwan People's Party. Instead of making promises about better pay, Ke pointed to issues within Taiwan's education system.
这个青年失业是一个问题，不过那个主要是我们应该技职教育没有做好的那个实习没有做好，所以通常毕业以后他也不晓得干什么，所以有一段时间会空出来，包括尤其连研究所，我觉得那个是延后失业的时间。
After all the candidates had made their case, organizers held an informal poll, asking the audience and those watching online who they backed most. Despite previous negative remarks he's made about labor, Wen-je was voted as the one who best represents their interests. To some, it came as a surprise.
Part of it goes back to Wen-je's anti-establishment appeal, in that many of his supporters actually don't know his policies or cannot name them, but they support him on the basis of his personality. And so this is in turn a very kind of populist style of campaigning by Wen-je.
And although Ke was able to win this crowd over, a lot can happen in a short time. Taiwan's main political parties are known for being pro-business. But events like this show that workers represent a major voting bloc, one that will have a big say in who takes office next year. Patrick Chen, Yvonne, and Jeremy Olivier for TaiwanPlus.